The prostate is a small but powerful gland, about the size of a walnut, located just below the bladder in men. While it may be small, its role is critical, especially in the male reproductive system. As men grow older, maintaining prostate health becomes more crucial than ever. Conditions like prostatitis, benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and even prostate cancer are on the rise, and diet plays a surprisingly large role in either supporting or sabotaging this essential organ. Unfortunately, many of the foods we eat every day without even thinking could be doing more harm than good. Some of them are beloved favorites. Others are sneaky culprits hiding in processed meals and snacks. But the good news is, once you're aware of them, you can make healthier choices that could protect your prostate and support your long-term well-being. In this video, we'll explore avoid these 8 foods if you care about prostate health. We'll break down exactly why each one is problematic and how it affects the body, especially as men get older. If you're serious about maintaining a healthy prostate, these are the foods you should think twice about. 1. Red meat. Red meat, especially when it's grilled, fried, or heavily processed, is often one of the first foods mentioned in discussions about prostate health. That's because studies have found a potential link between high consumption of red meat and increased risk of prostate cancer. The concern doesn't stem from red meat alone, but from the way it's cooked and consumed. When red meat is cooked at high temperatures, such as on a barbecue or in a frying pan, it can form carcinogenic compounds called heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. These compounds are known to damage DNA and contribute to cancer risk. Moreover, red meat is high in saturated fat, which can promote inflammation in the body, something the prostate is particularly sensitive to. Men who eat a lot of beef, pork, or lamb regularly, especially in processed forms like bacon, sausages, and hot dogs, may be putting their prostate under unnecessary stress. Reducing intake and choosing healthier protein options like fish, legumes, or plant-based alternatives can help ease the burden on your body. 2. Dairy products. Milk, cheese, and other dairy products may seem like a wholesome choice, but they're not always friendly to your prostate. Several studies suggest that high dairy intake may be associated with an increased risk of developing prostate cancer. The issue lies in both the fat content and the hormones naturally found in milk. Whole milk and full-fat cheeses are rich in saturated fat, which again contributes to systemic inflammation, a key factor in prostate enlargement and disease. But that's not the only concern. Dairy can also influence hormone levels, particularly by increasing insulin-like growth factor, IGF-1, which has been linked to the growth of certain cancer cells, including those in the prostate. If you're a daily milk drinker or cheese lover, it might be worth exploring plant-based alternatives like almond milk, oat milk, or dairy-free cheeses. These options not only reduce your saturated fat intake, but also support a more anti-inflammatory diet. 3. Alcohol. Enjoying a drink now and then might not seem like a big deal, but when it becomes a habit, it can spell trouble for your prostate. Chronic alcohol consumption has been associated with both inflammation and hormone disruption, both of which can negatively impact prostate health. Alcohol can irritate the bladder and the prostate, especially in men already suffering from BPH or prostatitis. Frequent drinking may also lead to fluctuations in testosterone and estrogen levels, which can influence prostate growth over time. Heavy drinkers are more likely to experience urinary issues, sexual dysfunction, and an increased risk of prostate disease. Cutting back or eliminating alcohol altogether can bring noticeable improvements in urinary function, energy levels, and general wellness. 4. Canned foods, especially tomatoes. This one might be surprising after all. Tomatoes are considered great for prostate health because they contain lycopene, a powerful antioxidant. However, the real problem isn't the tomato, it's the can it comes in. Most canned goods are lined with a chemical called bisphenol A or BPA. This compound can leach into food, especially acidic items like tomatoes. BPA is known to mimic estrogen in the body and has been shown in studies to potentially increase the risk of hormone-sensitive cancers, including prostate cancer. If you're trying to take care of your prostate, it's better to avoid canned tomatoes and opt for fresh, organic, or glass-jarred options instead. You'll still get all the lycopene benefits without the chemical exposure. 5. Processed foods. Frozen dinners, packaged snacks, deli meats, and fast food might be convenient, but they come at a steep cost to your health, especially your prostate. These foods are often loaded with sodium, preservatives, artificial additives, and unhealthy fats, all of which contribute to chronic inflammation. Processed meats, in particular, are a major red flag. They often contain nitrates and nitrites, which can convert into cancer-causing compounds in the body. These additives, along with the high levels of salt, can lead to increased blood pressure and stress on the urinary system. Processed foods also typically lack fiber, antioxidants, and beneficial nutrients that support prostate health. A diet high in processed foods has been consistently linked to poorer outcomes in men with prostate issues, including a higher risk of progression in prostate cancer. 6. Refined sugar and sweets. That daily dessert habit might be feeding more than your sweet tooth. High sugar intake contributes to obesity, insulin resistance, and increased levels of inflammation throughout the body. And since inflammation is a common thread in most prostate conditions, sugar-heavy diets can quietly worsen your symptoms over time. Sugary drinks like soda, energy drinks, and even fruit juices with added sugars can spike blood glucose levels and force the body to produce more insulin. This insulin spike also raises levels of IGF-1, the same growth factor we discussed earlier that may fuel cancer development. Excessive sugar also promotes weight gain, which has been associated with an increased risk of aggressive prostate cancer. Reducing sugar doesn't mean eliminating all sweets, but being mindful and choosing natural sweeteners or whole fruit is a smart step toward better prostate health. 7. Fried foods. It's no secret that fried foods aren't good for you, but when it comes to the prostate, they may be doing even more harm than expected. Whether it's fried chicken, French fries, onion rings, or tempura, these foods are typically cooked in oils that have been reused multiple times, forming trans fats and other harmful compounds. Trans fats are notorious for promoting inflammation and damaging blood vessels. For the prostate, that means an increased risk of swelling, pain, and dysfunction. Additionally, fried foods are often high in calories but low in nutrients, contributing to weight gain and metabolic issues, which are both known risk factors for prostate problems. Over time, consistently eating fried foods can weaken your immune system, slow down healing, and aggravate any existing prostate issues. Choosing baked, grilled, or steamed alternatives can help you maintain flavor while protecting your health. 8. Excess calcium from supplements. While calcium is essential for bone health, too much of it, especially from supplements rather than food, has been linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer. Some studies have found that men who consume very high levels of calcium from pills or fortified products may be more likely to develop aggressive forms of the disease. The problem arises when calcium levels in the body rise too high, disrupting the natural balance of other minerals like magnesium and vitamin D. This imbalance can affect cellular communication and immune response, both of which are important in preventing cancerous growths. Rather than relying on supplements, it's often better to get your calcium from whole food sources such as leafy greens, almonds, or tofu. And if you do take a supplement, talk with your doctor to ensure you're not exceeding safe levels, especially if you're at risk for prostate disease. The health of your prostate is not something to take lightly. It plays a crucial role in your quality of life, affecting everything from urination to sexual function to your risk of chronic disease. While genetics and age play a part in prostate health, your diet is one of the few things you can control, and it can make a powerful difference. By avoiding these harmful foods, or at the very least, consuming them in moderation, you're giving your body a better chance to thrive. Instead, focus on whole, unprocessed foods rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and plant-based nutrients. Drink plenty of water, stay active, and get regular checkups. Your prostate will thank you not just now, but for many years to come. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Harmony Health Channel for more wellness tips, nutrition guidance, and natural approaches to a healthy life.